Solo Leveling episode 8. And something really funny happened last weekend because I was expecting the anime to come on, but that didn't actually happen because as we all know, they took a break, they took a recap episode in the last week. So yeah, I woke up, I was ready to review the episode, but man, was I surprised to find out that there was no episode to speak of. So yeah, fortunately enough, the anime came back this week and we had another great episode. Although this episode was not so much about action, as you saw in this episode, it was more of a transitionary episode. I like to call this type of episodes transitionary episodes where, you know, it's setting up what is to come in the next episode because this episode was all about that. We got interactions, we got characters having screen time, we got a lot of mini things happening here and there that overall make the episode really exciting and interesting. And yeah, in this episode, I guess the main thing that it was trying to do was basically setting us up for another mission that Jin-Woo will go in the next episode. In this case, they're going to go to a rank D dungeon, and yeah, we see that all the previous characters that we saw in episode, I think it was 1, 2, and 3 maybe, or 1 and 2, that went inside that fateful dungeon, reunite again in this episode, and in the next episode, they are going to again go on another mission. We see Mr. Sung, we see Jin-Woo, we see Joo-hee, and the other guys. So yeah, it is going to be pretty exciting seeing them again in action, because I guess it is correct to say that they're all traumatized, especially, you know, Joo-hee and Mr. Sung, because at this point in time, I would say that Jin-Woo has gotten over it, or almost gotten over it, because I do think that he's not that traumatized as the other people, because at this point in time, Jin-Woo has suffered, or has been in a lot of events that have been more intense, or maybe not so much intense, but that have been filled with a lot of action, like it was in the episode 1 for him. So yeah. Another interesting thing that happened in this episode was that Jin-Woo actually accepted the offer from Jin-Woo or Jin-Ho, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the guy that was inside the dungeon with him, the previous dungeon, he actually accepted the offer. I was surprised by this because I didn't think he was going to accept the offer, but I guess he accepted it because he came up with a clever plan to level up. I was saying, I think it was in the previous or previous to last episode, that I didn't think he was going to accept it because this anime is all about solo leveling. It is called solo leveling after all, so I didn't think that was going to happen. But in this episode, we saw again that Jin-Woo came with a clever conclusion, with a clever idea to level up solo, or not so much solo, but with just another person. And that is that he's only going to accept the offer if him and the other guy, Jin-Woo, go alone. No one else besides them two. So yeah, I guess that is a clever, you know, idea to him leveling up. So hopefully we can see that happen very soon. And apparently, how many missions were there? 9 or something like that? A little bit more, a little bit less. But yeah, apparently he's going to go to a number of missions and he's going to try and level up. Some other mini things were also mentioned in the episode. For example, that he cannot go over the kilometers, the push-ups and things like that, like he did in the previous episode, I think it was. So yeah, apparently that has been taken away from him. Also, he didn't receive a secret mission or anything like that either in this episode, so that is another thing that didn't happen. So yeah, there are many things that are changing as he's leveling up. He also mentioned that now at this point in time that he's level 26, it doesn't actually matter if he levels up one level because it will not make that much of a difference. He needs to level up a little bit more consistently because now leveling up only one level, it doesn't make that difference. So yeah, he needs to level up in bulk, I guess you can say. So yeah, that is another reason why he accepted the offer from Jin-Woo. The only reason he accepted to go to the rank D dungeon in this episode, you know, where the other guys are going to go, is because he didn't have anything to do. He was basically killing time, so yeah, he accepted it because of that. He still has to wait for the missions of Jin-Woo, and he doesn't have anything else to do because he doesn't have any keys for a dungeon. So yeah, that is the reason why he accepted going to the rank D dungeon. And we saw other many things happening in the episode. For example, we saw Cha Hae-In, I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, we saw her also in this episode. We saw that she got offered to be, I guess you can say, the new head of the new guild that the construction company is trying to build, but of course she turned down the offer. And we also saw probably some other guys being offered that same, you know, I guess you can say offer, or whatever you want to call it, but even though it wasn't shown, you can almost probably say that that happened behind the scenes, because although we saw it only from Cha Hae-In, there's probably other people that were also offered that same, well, offer. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the review, at the end of the episode we saw that Joo-hee and Jin-Woo reunited again. And you know, Joo-hee actually finally took the decision to actually step up to the challenge. She actually took the decision to, you know, to become a better adventurer, I guess you can say. So yeah, because of the things that Jin-Woo is doing, because Jin-Woo is always pushing himself, you know, Joo-hee also decided to do the same. So I guess you can say Jin-Woo is an example for her. So yeah, she's actually doing the same thing, and hopefully in this new rank D dungeon she can actually prove herself. So yeah, let's see if that happens. But yeah, that was basically everything that happened in the episode. A really exciting episode. I'm glad that the anime came back, and if you don't want to miss any episode reviews, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that will be everything by me, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.